Hey guys, this is the unboxing for the Nvidia Shield Pro. We're going to unbox this and then set it up and then see how it performs. Some of you guys may know that I have the Nvidia Shield Portable. It's the portable Android tablet device. I use it to play mostly emulator games and stuff. But this one is a very different device. I mean, it's definitely meant to play games as well, Android games and stuff. But it's a different category device because it actually does a whole lot more than that. This device is actually going to replace my WDTV Live, which I use to stream media files off of my server, my NAS server, and also going to replace my Steam TV as well, since it can actually game stream. Okay, so let's see what we get here. So this device, I think, does a lot of stuff. It's kind of different than a Roku or Apple TV or Amazon Fire TV because it actually has a little bit more capabilities than just streaming stuff. So this is, first of all, it's Android TV, you know, so that is in itself, it's like basically just having Android and hooking up to your TV, really. So nothing too special about that, besides the fact that this is probably the most powerful Android TV device that you can get. Has an Nvidia Tegra X1 processor, so the graphics chip is extremely well suited for playing Android games and stuff. So if you ever want to play Android games on your TV, then this is it's a good way to go since the specs are higher than any other Android device out there. I know that Razer makes one called the Razer Forge TV, but yeah, the specs on this one's definitely better. Of course, it's also more expensive. This is about like $300 brand new. And then 4K HDR, of course, it supports 4K and HDR. So if you have a 4K or HDR or slash both on your TV, then this is definitely a good choice to go as well. It supports all that. I don't really have 4K HDR TV right now, but of course this is future proof, so in the future I'll definitely, you know, all the new TVs and stuff that you buy right now is going to have 4K HDR, so this is definitely future proof for that. Media server, this comes with a Plex server integrations, so that whatever files you have, like me, I have my files on my NAS and stuff, so I can just stream it off my server, and that's going to be my main replacement for the WDTV, which was doing that before. DLNA certified, you know, so I can play all your media files through all your DLNA certified devices, which is nice. And advanced gaming, of course, it actually comes with a controller, and we'll take a look at that too. This should also be a good replacement for a little Android gaming as well on your couch or living room. Okay, so let's see what we get with this. It's a nice box. Very hefty box, actually. Okay, so you get this very sleek black box here. Right, this is what it looks like. Very triangular kind of shape here. I believe this is a little bit slimmer than the first generation. This is actually the second generation Nvidia Shield Pro. I think the processor is the same, just some of the capabilities haven't upgraded. I think they added Google Assistant onto the controller. I think that's one of the main things that they upgraded as well, and 4K HDR maybe. That's something else. Okay, so we can look at the ports here. We have micro SD, micro USB for charging, I believe. Yeah, I think it charges by that. And two USB ports here, USB 3, Ethernet, HDMI, of course, and then another link cable here. Not sure what that's for. Okay, actually you can see the specs of this device here. Nvidia Tegra X1 processor. 256 core, which is a lot. 64-bit CPU, 3 gigs of RAM, 500 gigs of storage. That's the main upgrade of the Nvidia Shield Pro. If you just get the Nvidia Shield, I think you only get 16 gigs, but 500 gig storage for the Pro version. USB expansion, so you can add. Usually, if you can play your media files and stuff off your USB device, that's nice too. And what does it say here? Yeah, 4K HDR, Dolby Atmos, digital. Okay. Wonder what that. Wonder what this port is for. Okay, let's take a look. So this is the remote, which does not come with the first version of the Nvidia Shield, but the second version they bundled it, which is nice of them. And this looks kind of like an Apple TV remote almost. This is like a Siri button. But this button, I think, is not Google Assistant, but something that's similar to Google Assistant, I believe, because they actually integrated Google Assistant with the controller, not the remote. I think the reason that they did that is because they thought that you could easily misplace this remote, so they put it in the controller instead. But yeah, looks like that's the navigation. Okay, just by intuition, looking at this device, the UI design, what do I think this does? Backwards menu, I think, or okay. No, but I think this would be okay, right? Okay, this would be select, maybe. This will be menu, maybe, and this is the voice control. Let's see what it does later. Gotta set it up. Okay, here's the Nvidia Shield controller. Right here, it's got this very polygonal kind of shape to it. Interesting, but otherwise it has the standard Xbox 360 inspired format that most controllers these days have. It's got the play, pause, menu button, I guess, on the controller itself. That's the power button, I guess. Shoulder buttons, of course, gotta have that. Charges by micro USB. This is actually quite similar to the layout of the Nvidia Shield Portable, but you get this on a separate controller. And what else do we get? The cable, charging cable, of course. A very small manual, no support guide. Very small. And what else do we get here? Okay, charger. Okay, sorry guys. That's what that port was for. Okay, it looks like this does use a proprietary kind of charger then, I guess, right? Yeah, it looks like it. I thought it charges by micro USB, but I guess that wouldn't supply enough power for this thing. Okay, then that I guess makes sense. It even has a fan here. So yeah, that's the charging port. Okay, micro USB might be for something else. All right. Yep, so that's the charger. And that's it. That's all that comes in the box. If you guys want to compare, I got the WD-TV Live and the Steam TV, which is useful because this thing can actually do game stream. Nvidia Game Stream, some of you guys may not know, but it's a service that Nvidia offers for its Nvidia GeForce GTX cards. So if you have one of those on your computer, it can actually stream games to your TV if you have a device like this that's game stream compatible. However, the downside is that not all games support it, and you have to have an Nvidia graphics card to do it, and only certain GTX cards. You know, like if you have like a 940 or something, it's not going to work. It's only if you have I think the 960 and above. Okay, so the Nvidia controller, if you compare it, I got the Xbox 360 controller right here. For size comparison, it's about the same. Then I got the Steam controller right here, so you can compare all of them right here. The size difference, I think the Steam controller is a little bit bigger than those guys. And by the way guys, I haven't shown you guys what I thought about the Steam controller or the Steam Link, but my impression is that it doesn't really work as well as it should. This is supposed to replace your keyboard and mouse combo when you're playing computer games, you know, because if you use a controller, for example, to play like an RTS game, right, it's not going to work. You really need a keyboard and a mouse for that. And the Steam controller originally was designed to replace your keyboard and your mouse, to simulate the actions of the mouse, right here on this touchpad here, but it doesn't actually do it that well. Yeah, it doesn't do it that well, and tried playing a few games with it, and I just didn't feel like that the controls are really that great. And it has these back flippers here, but and these shoulder buttons. Yeah, so you know, I try to make it work, but it's just not that satisfying to use it. So I'm a little bit disappointed. I really thought I would be gaming, you know, on my from my couch and stuff, and using the Steam Link and the Steam controller to play some games, but it doesn't work out quite as well as that. And I often find, like, even the Steam controller compared to the Xbox controller, I found that even the Xbox controller is a little bit more accurate than the Steam controller, because it just wasn't that accurate for me. I know you can adjust the sensitivity and stuff, but for playing like FPS games, for example, which a keyboard and a mouse should be way better at than the controller, right? At FPS games, no, this controller is not even as good as the Xbox 360, so that was a letdown. Yeah, that's my thoughts about the Steam controller. And Nvidia Shield, yeah, the size seems actually to be very similar to the Xbox 360 controller, and a little bit smaller than the Steam controller. Okay, and then about the size of the console itself. So this is the Nvidia Shield Pro right here. For comparison, I have the wireless dongles. Okay, I have the Steam Link. This is Steam Link that I've talked about and mentioned. This device is meant to use the Steam in-home streaming service to stream Steam games to your TV, and you're supposed to hook the Steam Link up, and then it can do that. So it's very similar to GameStream, the Nvidia GameStream, but it's different. It's got its pros and cons. So I've tested the Steam Link before against the GameStream, and I found that Steam Link does support more games, of course. Nvidia GameStream only works for some games. Steam Link supports every game on your Steam, and actually the desktop as well. So if you actually want to just mirror your desktop on the TV, you could use Steam Link for that. It actually streams your entire desktop on the TV. But I found that there was some lag in latency, and there was some issues like keeping the game connected, and it often like disconnects itself, which I didn't like. Of course, you can also use, if you have an AMD card and you don't have an Nvidia card, you really kind of have to use Steam in-home streaming, because GameStream is not going to work with AMD cards. But yeah, those are the advantages and disadvantages. The advantage is that it's going to work for more games. It can work with AMD cards. Disadvantages, for me, the GameStream performance has been better and less laggy. The Steam Link has trouble keeping connection sometimes with the TV. I'm not sure if it's just my network, but I have a pretty decent router. Just upgraded my router to the latest wireless AC standards. And of course I connected this to Ethernet, so it shouldn't be any network issues, but yeah, I just found like the games and stuff just dropped out a lot. Anyways, size of this Steam Link is pretty small. You just got a USB port here connecting your stuff. I usually connect like the Steam Link, the Xbox 360 dongle or the Steam controller dongle to it for wireless capabilities, and then the Ethernet and HDMI, of course. That's very, very simple. You see the size of that compared to the Nvidia Shield. It's very small. And then of course I've got the WDTV Live. This is what I used before to stream media from my NAS server, and that's pretty much all it does. Unlike the Roku or Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, what's the other one, Razer Forge TV, all those other options and stuff, and Chromecast, by the way, they can stream services like Nvidia, like Netflix and Hulu and what else, Vudu, Amazon Prime, HBO, all those services and stuff. They can stream it. But the WDTV Live is mostly meant just to play files off your media server, and it's really good at playing a lot of different file formats and stuff. So you can play like even your MKV files and stuff. It'll play all those things. So I really like this for the file compatibility and the fact that I usually keep all my files stored locally. I don't really watch Netflix, so I don't really stream stuff. I prefer to keep my files locally and stream it from my NAS storage instead, which this is very good at. But of course this thing is old. I bought it 4 years ago, so it's slowed down, and kind of need like a replacement now, since this thing's pretty old, and it's got an old processor inside it, so it's kind of slowed down. But otherwise, for $50, I think I think I got it for like 50. It's pretty cheap. This one's like 300. Steam Link's like $50, and this is like $50. It's pretty cheap, but yeah, if you just want to stream something, then this will do it. I don't think even the Roku or the other things will do it. Yeah, I don't think Roku or Amazon Fire TV will actually stream, or Apple TV will actually stream stuff from your NAS storage. But the Nvidia Shield can, which is why I got it. So that's going to replace this. This is definitely smaller and lighter though. You can see it's got USB port for playing files off your USB storage. So I often put my external storage onto that. Of course it supports Dolby and DTS. You got optical input here, which even the Shield does not have. HDMI, Ethernet, another USB, and AV out, which I didn't really use before. But yeah, that's you can see the size difference. So yeah, the Nvidia Shield Pro is going to be a little bit bigger, but this thing's definitely more capable. Since the Nvidia Shield Pro, this device not only just replaces my WDTV and my Steam Link, because it can stream stuff, but also plays 4K HDR, can stream stuff from Netflix and Hulu and all those other services, and it has Android TV, so you can play all your Android games on top of that as well. It comes with a controller. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be using this device from now on. And you can see the size of the remote as well. This is the simple, look at this, the simple Nvidia Shield remote versus the WDTV Live remote, which looks just like a traditional conventional remote for your TV, all these buttons and stuff. Well, it's replaced by this now, this new Apple style minimalist remote control. And yeah, we're gonna take a look at how this guy performs. Hopefully I have high hopes for it. Alright guys, so now I connected the Nvidia Shield TV to my TV and set it up and everything, and you can see what Android TV looks like. I guess now I'm fully in the Android ecosystem. I've got the Android Wear watch with me right now, and as well as an Android phone, of course. And I guess now I just need Google Home to complete my Android set. But yeah, this is Android TV. It's really cool. One thing I didn't mention about the controller and the remote is, so you didn't know this before because you got to look a little bit more closely, but the underside of the controller actually has a headphone jack, so you can plug in your own headphone to it, and it also has a touch sensitive strip right here, so you can control the volume on the Nvidia Shield using it. So if I use the touch strip at any time, I can basically control the volume, which is really cool and really easy to do. The remote is actually similar. You can choose to use either the remote or the controller. This one also has a touch strip right here, which does the same thing, controls the volume, and also has a, if you guys can see that, the headphone jack and a micro USB charging port right here at the underside of it. See, I thought it just used rechargeable batteries for some reason because I'm used to the old bulky controllers that use AA batteries, but no, of course not. This one uses rechargeable via the micro USB. You know, it's a very modern remote. But yeah, you can choose to use either the remote right here or the controller. I'm going to use the controller since it does more. You can play games with it and stuff, and it also has Google Assistant built in, which the remote does not. But yeah, you can see the Nvidia Shield TV does a lot. Let me show you guys just all the features, or a little bit of the features that you can do with it. So far, of course, you can watch Netflix, Amazon Video, Vudu. You can also access all your files from your Plex server. So I've set up my Plex server to access everything from my NAS storage. So if I go here, let's open that. There we go. Let's go here. This is my Plex server. I already set it up to work on my NAS, my Synology disk station. Okay, so here we go. That's my library, and here are all the folders that I set it up as. So I can go to like anime, my folder, and here should be. Alright, so this is my Plex application on my Nvidia Shield right now. So if I go to my movies folder, which I've already set up for my NAS, I can search for my folder, and I've organized them already. So let's go to like sci-fi, for example. Okay, so we can watch you know, something like Blade Runner, for example. I can watch that, and automatically downloads all the movie covers and everything, and puts in the description. I didn't have to do that. The Plex app did it for me, which is really awesome. So I can do that. Resume. You know, and there's Blade Runner. You know, that's awesome, right? And it's streaming right off my NAS station. So that's one thing you can do with it. Is you can use your Plex server, access all your local storage from your from your computer or your NAS, or you can connect a USB drive to it or a micro SD card. It has all those things, and yeah, it's pretty fun, pretty cool. Definitely works just as well as my WDTV Live used to, so that's cool. I think you should, yeah. There's all my movies right here. By streaming off my NAS. Alright. Now let's. Alright, so now let's try going to a different app. I can also play games and YouTube, of course. If we go through YouTube right now, and you can just search through anything using the Google Assistant, using the button here. So this main GeForce button right here, when you press it, it activates the Google Assistant. So I can say something like Conan O'Brien. Oh, Conan O'Brien. There we go. And we get all the Conan O'Brien stuff here. Very easy way to search on YouTube. Watch all these videos. Remember that I don't watch my own videos, so I don't violate any copyright. Alright, so this is an example of my own video on YouTube right here. And I can fast forward it by doing this, or rewind it. Yeah, this is the video that I did. It's the gameplay right now, and it's super slow because I put too many guys on that map. Can look at something like this guitar video that I did. So it's that easy. It's so much faster than my WDTV Live to do anything basically. To watch videos or go to YouTube, or I don't have any streaming services right on my WDTV Live. Here I have everything. I have Amazon Prime. I can go to here. I have Amazon Prime, so I can look at some Amazon videos for free. Right, some originals right here. Popular movies. Yeah. Anyways, I have a whole range of services now I can access. Didn't have that before. Then these three buttons down here that you also have on the remote too. This one goes back. This one is play and pause, and this one is actually the menu button takes you back to the home. So this is actually the home button, right? And got some games on here. I can play some emulators. So let's play like Super Nintendo emulator right here. There we go. And I have all my ROMs loaded up on my SD card. There's an SD card slot on the Nvidia Shield. And then I have all my ROMs loaded up in here. So it finds all my Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, PlayStation, PSP, you know, all your ROMs that you put on there, and you just download the app, the emulator, to play them. So for example, if I want to play like Street Fighter, for example, right? There's Street Fighter. It's really cool. So like this thing also acts kind of as well, it's basically Android, right? It's Android on your TV. Any app that you can download for Android, like an emulator and stuff, you can play here. Like this emulator here, whatever, Wii. Classic matchup. And it's not bad. I mean, upscales pretty well, I think. Yeah, I think it upscales pretty well, given how retro this game is. And I have a 55-inch 1080p display here. And from this viewing distance, it's quite good, I think. No, I'm not very good at this game. Or let's try a lot of stuff here. Oh, I have Mega Man. Let's try Mega Man on here. There we go. There's Mega Man. Anyways, yeah, you can play your emulators on here, and of course you can also download Android games and play it on here, which I do sometimes, but I don't really have too many Android games. But of course, if you have the Nvidia Shield controller, this is a really good platform to play it on. The GPU is really good on this device, and comes with a controller that you can play it with, so it's cool. Alright, so that's Super Retro. I think I have some other games here. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto, whatever. Chinatown Wars, this one. Yeah. Alright, this is Grand Theft Auto, GTA, Chinatown Wars. This is a game you can download for Android. But yeah, totally works fine here. I'm not going to play too much of this, just the fact that I think the controller works really well, and I experience no lag or whatever. Obviously the system is very powerful for playing anything. Okay, this is my old phone. Look at this phone. It's like Symbian. Really old style phone. Which makes sense given when this game came out. I think it came out for PSP originally. Yeah, anyways, okay, so that's all, a lot of things that you can do with it. Okay, well, stream services, watch YouTube, play emulators and games on stuff, stream movies and music off your NAS or your computer, and let's go to game stream, because we can also stream games from our PC as well if we have an Nvidia card. Okay, so right now I'm streaming Watch Dogs 2 from my Alienware, so go down to Watch Dogs 2, resume here, and yeah, we can actually play our computer games on here as well. I'll just stream it off our PC. If you guys hear the fan noise in the background, that's my Alienware. It's got yeah, okay, 720p 60 frames per second. I guess it was trying to set itself to 1080p. But anyways, that's my desktop right there, and I'm running this in Steam, so you can see that. But anyways, it's really, really smooth, and I actually think this works a lot better than Steam Link. Yeah, it does seem to work a lot better than Steam Link. I mean, I experienced no lag or latency issues. It just, yeah, it works perfectly for me. So yeah, if you guys have an Nvidia PC and you have games you can stream, and this will be good for you to play it on your TV and stuff, you know? Oh shit. Drive the little drone around. It's the nice view of my city of San Francisco. Anyways, yeah, you can see there's no lag or anything. Very, very smooth. All the controls map as you would expect. I like this much better than Steam Link. So yeah, this device replaces my Steam Link for game streaming, and it replaces my WDTV Live for movie and music streaming. It's just a device that does like everything. It's really, really awesome. See, look at that. It's so smooth. It's like almost as if I'm just running it directly from my computer, but this is streamed actually across my network, and I can play it like a console. So you can play PC games on your console using this method. So yeah. Anyways, this is a Nvidia game stream on the Nvidia Shield Pro as well. So this device I think is totally worth it. If you get the Pro version, it's $300, and brand new, you get 500 gigs of storage built in. Of course, you can also augment that with the USB drive or a micro SD card, or connecting it to your cloud storage. But I think it's worth it. It's definitely the most powerful streaming service out there. Most powerful set-top box, whatever these things are called, media top boxes, whatever. I think the Nvidia Shield does like everything. Nvidia Shield TV. So yeah, guys, that's the Nvidia Shield TV. And if you like these kind of videos, then keep subscribing, keep liking my videos, leave any comments in the section below, and that's it. Thanks for watching.